And he is out of bounds here on the return. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sony Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9. Brings up second.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down. Right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the play. 2nd and 10. At the 46-yard line.
He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn.
Newton's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. He hits White, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Come on now. That's good.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The kick is
extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
From the 24, Jackson dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
First down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate.
Jackson.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Jackson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5...
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And down he goes. They sack it back right around the 41-yard line. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action with Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
A 39-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Demir Bird returning it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Goes down. It's a Patriot sack. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
12 yards. It's second down.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. This is White on the screen. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. He'll drop it underneath to White. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and over.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, it's tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate. Third down here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half. And
there he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Bird now ready to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Demir Bird on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball. Couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground is Michel. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to bring big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
And it's Michel once again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
The ball carrier.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
2 yards on the play. And a Raven first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Play with the score Patriots 21, Ravens 14.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. The shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Patriots 28, Ravens 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Baltimore.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Complete to
a well-executed 22-yard gain.
22 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Ravens.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
10 more there and another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st down, Baltimore.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brandon Copeland in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson. Off play action. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Copeland in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Intercepted.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Newton's going to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They snap it to Newton. He sets to fire deep. And no, it's incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
At the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for New England, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their season is on life support somewhat now. At EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.